Welcome back. Now, hopefully over the earlier part of the show, we were able to establish some of the joys of life and treats by the side of the incredible Vembanad Lake here in the heart of Kerala. But of course, if you really want to enjoy a lake, what you need to do is get on it, which means it is now my cue to say ahoy, the Oberoi motor vessel Vrinda. Yes, folks, it's that time, my very own houseboat stay. First up, a few aye-ayes for the captain and the man who will be feeding me, Chef Mohit. And it's time to get on board and immediately perch myself portside. Yes, a tour can wait. We're off and heading straight into the heart of this remarkable lake. Take a minute, take 20. It's hard to tear yourself away. Then again, the beauty of a boat is that the view travels with you. Like up to the sun deck where I fancied a soak in the sun. This, just in case I haven't mentioned it already, is the life. The Vrinda is no ordinary houseboat, you see. For starters, it is arguably the most luxurious motor vessel to butter its way along these waters. And so, while I am assured the menu matches up, I think a tour first is in order. So, upper deck done, middle deck too, it's now time to visit the cabin. And yep, one look and surely there's a grander name for this. Look at it. I was trying to come up with some suitably salty speak, but once again was distracted by these gorgeous windows. What do they tell me? Well, best of all, that we've reached the backwaters. Backwaters are a fascinating and labyrinthine maze of interconnected streams, lagoons, canals, rivers and lakes. In total, they cover up to 900 kilometers, each mile brimming with extraordinary beauty. From the palms and paddy fields that flank them, to the houseboats up to 2,000 ply these waters, to the wildlife that makes its home here. Backwaters are naturally the beating heart of tourism in the state, but more, it's life and home and work for thousands whose very lives depend on the bounty of these backwaters. And needless to say, there's plenty. Which means, I suppose, I must finally tear myself away from the view and get down to enjoying some of it myself. I should mention that while there is a very charming dining room on board, it turns out that that will not be my port of call. I'm told instead there's a special surprise planned for me. And special it is. Out here on the sun deck, under the blue skies, amidst that green, I get to have lunch. And not just any lunch, mind you.
We are at a very beautiful backwater known as Kanjipadam village, which is in the Alleppey district. And today we are going to serve you a grand feast of Sadhya, which is a Kerala banquet. A traditional Sadhya is a vegetarian. We have done some special non-vegetarian dishes for you.
The Sadhya Thali is not something you usually get to enjoy on a houseboat, so as my banana leaf fills up, I realize it's something of a double bonus. First up then, my portion of pickles and papad, and then on to the real stuff. To start, a carrot and cabbage thoran with rye and coconut and such, much tastier than it sounds, especially when followed up with some traditional Kerala stew. It's light, it's coconutty, it's exactly what I was hoping for. So, look around me, look at what's in front of me, and tell me please, if you can, if there is a way that I can hope to top this. I have been thinking pretty hard, and I am just coming up empty. I mean, look, this is just, and everything is just flat out extraordinary. Moments like this, I give deep and profound thanks for the job I get to do. The avial, that local staple, a thick, satisfying mix of more coconut, some curd and more vegetables, courtesy their busy kitchen team, is perfect. But the real surprise was this, what they call pachadi, here flavored with, wait for it, pineapple.
When I was told I was being served what is at the heart of it, pineapple sabzi, I will confess I was not delighted. I'm happy in this case to eat my words as enthusiastically as I am eating the pineapple sabzi.
The sambar is satisfying, the rasam too, but the other surprise was this, the yam kalan, all toasty and hearty, and further proof that when done right, yams is yummy.
I think therefore I am. Not so much. I can go one better than Descartes. I think I should just have some more yam.
And I will, though we're not close to done.
This meal is in the month of harvest, wherein Onam is also celebrated. Various preparations are done. A traditional sadhya would go up to 34 different varieties.
Wow.
We have done a small one for you.
Yes, with just 20 items to choose from, very small. I shall have to console myself with a portion of the Kerala chicken roast, and I'm happy to do so. It's great, as is their beef pepper fry, which is not just delicious, it's a dish I'm lucky to get.
We wanted to include this entire experience of having a beef pepper fry because you would find only beef or lamb pepper fry at the toddy shop.
It's as far from one as I can hope to get, but I'll take it, and the prawns too. The masala here somehow more than it needs to be, and the secret, I suspect, lies in the source material.
We get the shallots from the local market. We have the beef, the prawns, which are from the backwaters. And the main idea of having is nothing to get anything which has been imported or stored. The only exception is the scallop because we wanted to add a unique flavor to the thali.
Ah yes, the scallops, a cool new riff on an old classic. The mean moili is perhaps, along with the stew, the Kerala dish that has travelled furthest and farthest. Here they have swapped fish for scallop, and I for one couldn't be happier.
Would it be sacrilege if I say I almost like it better than the original?
It's true, but back to basics. Their brown rice from the village in which we sit, some dal, some ghee, and then, oh joy, dessert. Payasam done two ways, one with vermicelli, the other with some of the sweet sun-soaked tender coconut that I am surrounded by.
I have to say, I'm something of an atheist, as most people will probably say, halfway to a heathen, and even I, sitting here, have to believe at some level that this truly is God's own country. It's not fair. I have to say, they could have left something for the rest of us.
Fair or not, perhaps the point of such beauty is that it's best enjoyed a little at a time. Today, after all, is one of those rare occasions where my cup runneth over so fully that I finally understand what Shelley meant when he said he had drunken so deep of joy he would taste no other wine tonight.